So today's topic is going to be whole linear equations with one variable with parentheses and brackets. So today's topic we will call about parentheses and brackets, or it can be also called whole linear equations with one variable and grouping signs. We have four different grouping signs. The grouping signs have specifically the same idea. They are used in the same kind of exercises. We have the parentheses, that is this little sign that you know. We had the brackets that you already know also, that are these kind of signs. We have also the braces, that are these little signs that are here. And we have also one that it's not very useful, but sometimes we will use it, that it's called the vinculum. The vinculum consists in putting a little line over the letter or the different algebraic expression, but it's the same as having a parenthesis or a bracket. So how to solve a whole linear equation with grouping signs? Well, we need to take out the grouping signs, and it depends on what we have before the grouping sign to know what to do. So if we got a plus sign before the grouping sign, that will mean that the terms stay the same. So I can eliminate that grouping sign without doing anything. If I had a minus sign before a grouping sign, that means that minus sign will change all the signs of the term inside that parenthesis, bracket, brace, or vinculum. And if we have a number before a grouping sign, that means that number or that expression multiply every term that it's inside the specific grouping sign. So we will see like it's a normal form of solving an equation. We only need to take out before the grouping signs. And to take out the grouping signs, it's very important. We need to do it from the center of the exercise to the outside part. We will start from the middle to the outside part. So let's see how to do it. On example number 1, we will start with the vinculum, that is the most inside grouping sign. If you check out the vinculum, it's after the minus. The minus is not in the vinculum. It's only 5 and minus 3x. That means before this sign, we have the minus. So this minus sign will change the signs of this one and also this one. So we will get something like 3 minus bracket minus parenthesis 2x. Then we will change the signs of the 5, that it will become, it was a plus 5, so it will become a minus 5. Then the minus 3x will become a plus 3x. Then it's going to be minus 2 plus 7x. And we close the bracket. Then we will have 6. This minus 2, it's multiplying this one and this one. So we will get minus 2x plus 2 plus 8. Then we need to take out this parenthesis. So we have a minus sign before the parenthesis. So we need to take out that minus sign. So it's going to be minus 2x plus 5 minus 3x plus 2. Then plus 7x equals 6 minus 2x plus 2 plus 8. Then it's the same. We have a minus sign before this bracket, so we need to change the sign of every term inside the bracket. So it's going to be 3 plus 2x minus 5 plus 3x minus 2 minus 7x equals 6 minus 2x plus 2 plus 8. So what we have here, it's now a normal whole linear equation. So we need to put the terms with x in the first member, that means on the left, and the numbers to the right or in the second member. So we will get something like, let me check, 2x, 3x, minus 7x. They don't move, so they stay the same because they are on the left part of the equation. 3x minus 7x. This minus 2x will be a plus 2x because it changes from one part of the equation to the other. So we will have on the right part 6 plus 2 plus 8. Then it's going to be 3 minus 5 and minus 2. They change from the first to the second member. So it's going to be minus 3 plus 5 plus 2. So let's see. In this case, we will get something like 7x minus 7x. Of course, you can do it by mind. In this part, we will get something like, let me check, 8 plus 2 is 10, 16, 21. So we will get here 20. So it's going to be 0x equals to 20. And remember, in this case, there is no number that multiplied by 0 will get me 20 because everything multiplied by 0 is 0. So this one, it's 20 over 0 that do not exist. So we can set here by text there is no solution. Or we can set also mathematically that x it's an empty space because we don't have a specific number that multiplied by 0 gets me 20. So in this specific exercise, the answer is that there is no solution. So remember, we can have three different solutions in a linear equation. A normal number. We can have either also that there is no a solution like this, but we can have also like we have any solution. Remember, if our final answer is 0 equals to 0, that will mean that all possible solutions, or we can set also that x can be any real number. So remember, we have three different types of exercise with linear equation. A normal answer, there is no solution in the case that 0 equals another number like this kind of exercise. But we can have also another one that is when we got 0 equals 0, all possible solutions, or x belongs to all real numbers. So this is example number 1. I will do another example with you. So let's see, in this second example, we have something like that. We have different parentheses, brackets, and so the idea is the same. First, we need to do all types of mathematical operation to eliminate those brackets and parentheses, and then we will have a normal linear equation. So let's see in this case. In this case, we will get 5 minus 3 here. These two different parentheses are multiplying themselves. We can do it either if we remember the special product rule, or we can do a multiplication of every term by every term. If we remember the special product rule, it's the square root of the common term, the addition of the non-commons multiplied by the common. 2 minus 1 is 1, multiplied by the common it's x, and the multiplication of the non-commons, that is minus 1 multiplied plus 2, it's minus 2. Then this minus 2 is multiplying this one and this one, so we will get minus 2x plus 6. Then in the other part, we need to start taking out the grouping signs from the middle to the outside part. So the first one we need to change is the vinculum. We have a minus sign before the vinculum, so it will change the sign of this one and this one. So we will get something like 2 minus x squared minus 7x plus 1 plus 2x. Then we can continue. This minus 3 is multiplying every term inside the parentheses, so we will get something like 5 minus 3x squared minus 3x plus 6 minus 2x plus 6 equals, then it will be minus, the 3 is multiplying every term inside this parenthesis. I forgot to put here the parenthesis. So in this case, this number 3 is multiplying all of them, and it's going to be 6 minus 3x squared minus 21x plus 3 plus 2x. Then the next part is we can take out the braces, and it's going to be minus 6. I'm sorry, here I made a mistake because here it was a minus 3. So let's do again this part. I'm sorry. So let's see. In this part, it's a minus 3 that's multiplying every term inside the parentheses. So it's going to be minus 6 plus 3x squared plus 21x minus 3 plus 2x. Then now we can take out the braces, and it's going to be plus 6 minus 3x squared minus 21x plus 3 minus 2x. And on the other part, it's going to be 5 minus 3x squared minus 3x plus 6 minus 2x plus 6. So let's check. On the left part of the equation, or the first member, we will put the x's, and the numbers will be on the second member of the equation, that it's the right part of the equation. So it's going to be minus 3x squared, that it's the one we have here. But we have another one on the second member of the equation. It needs to change sign, so it's going to be plus 3x squared. This one and this one will eliminate. That's why we have a linear equation and not a second degree equation. So let's see the other terms with x. We have minus 3x minus 2x. In the other part, we got minus 21 minus 2. So it's going to be plus 21x plus 2x. And on the second member of the equation, we will get 6 plus 3. They do not change sign because they stay in the same member of the equation. But we have 5 plus 6 plus 6. They will change because we will get minus 5 minus 6 minus 6. So we will get something like minus 2 and plus 2. So it's going to be 18x. And on the other part of the equation, it's going to be this 6 with this 6 can get eliminated. So it's going to be minus 11 plus 3. So it's going to be 18x equals minus 8. X is going to be minus 8 over 18. We can simplify our answer, and it's going to be x equals, we can divide by 2, and it's going to be 4 over 9. And that's going to be our actual answer for the exercise. So as you see, it's not very difficult to do this kind of exercise, but you need to be so much careful doing them, because if not, you check out on this exercise. I have committed at the beginning and mistake here not writing the minus sign, so please be super careful writing up the signs and doing the operations, because if you made a sign mistake, all the problem will be incorrect. Remember, we can also verify our answers. So in this case, we have our actual answer, but we will need to verify it. So on the next step, I will do the verification of this answer. Remember, the verification of the answer must be done in the original expression. That's why I erased that and I left only the original expression, because if we want to do a correct verification of the answer, it must be done on the original equation. So it's going to be 5 minus 3 that multiplies minus 4 over 9 minus 1 multiplies minus 4 over 9 plus 2 minus 2 that multiplies minus 4 over 9 minus 3 equals minus braces minus 3 that multiplies 2 minus, it's going to be minus 4 over 9 all of it squared minus 7 that multiplies minus 4 over 9 minus 1 plus 2 that multiplies minus 4 over 9. So in this case, it's going to be 5 minus 3. In this case, minus 1 and minus 4 over 9. We will do it. It's going to be minus 4 over 9. And it's going to be minus 9 over 9. The other one is going to be minus 4 over 9 plus 18 over 9 minus 2 that multiplies minus 4 over 9 minus 27 over 9 equals minus braces minus 3 that multiplies 2 minus, here it's going to be 16 over 81 minus 7 that multiplies minus 4 over 9 minus 9 over 9 plus, well, it's going to be minus, and it's going to be minus 8 over 9 sorry, here it was 7 that multiplies x minus 1, the one it's outside of the x. So it will be something like this, so we can't continue doing it, and it's 5 that multiplies minus 3 that multiplies minus 13 over 9 that multiplies 14 over 9 minus 2 that multiplies minus 31 over 9 equals minus braces, it's going to be minus 3 that multiplies 2 minus 16 over 81 plus 28 over 9 minus 1. Here it should be plus 1 because this minus sign is before the actual vinculum, so that's why it's a plus 1, not a minus 1, minus 8 over 9. So if we continue doing this one, it's going to be 5 plus, if we multiply all of them, it's going to be 182 over 27 minus multiplied by minus is 62 over 9 equals, and it's going to be minus, it's going to be minus 6 plus 16 over 81 it's not over 81 because the 3 and the 81 get simplified, and it's going to be 81 over 3, it's 27 minus, then it's going to be 3 and 9, that it's this multiplication that gets simplified, and it's going to be minus 28 over 3 Minus 3 multiplied by 1, it's minus 3. And the minus 8 over 9. So after that, it's going to be, if we add those, it's going to be 503 over 27. And in this case, it's going to be 6 minus 16 over 27 plus 28 over 3 plus 3 plus 8 over 9. And we will get 503 over 27. And if we do all the addition of the second member of the equation, it will be also 503 over 27. So yes, it's the correct answer. Remember, the verification process, normally we don't use to do it. Only we are going to do it because the teacher is asking to do it, but it's not recommendable, or I mean, it's recommendable to do it because you can verify the answer, but it's not very normal to do it when we got the answer. So the verification process, we will do it only when when the teacher asks you to do it. So let's see another example. So in this exercise, it's something similar. We have parentheses that are multiplying between themselves. So if we remember the rule of the special products here, we have a multiplication of two binomials with common terms. So it's the square of the common term, the addition of the non-commons multiplied by the common, and the multiplication of the non-commons. In the other part, it's going to be this x multiplies this one and this one, so it's going to be 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. So it's going to be these two multiplied this term, and also this one, and it's going to be 2x squared minus 8x minus, it's going to be 192 equals 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. So the next thing is, remember, the letters go to the first member or to the left, and the numbers go to the right or the second member. So it's going to be 2x squared and minus 2x squared, because the one that it's on the right changes from member, so it changes sign. So it will eliminate. That's why we have a linear equation and not a second degree equation. Then we will have minus 8x plus 5x, because this minus 8 doesn't change from one member to another, but the minus 5 does it. That's why we change the sign of the minus 5. Then in the other part, it's going to be minus 3 that doesn't move, and plus 192. So it's going to be minus 3x equals, it's going to be 189. X equals 189 over minus 3. We can put it like x equals minus 189 over 3. If we check out 189 and 3, it's divisible because it's going to be 63. So our final answer is going to be x equals minus, because negative divided by positive, it's negative, 63. So it's very important, if we have the answer of a fraction that can be converted to a whole number, the correct answer will be always the most simplified one, that it's not the actual fraction, that it's the whole number. So that will be it for today's topic: whole linear equations with one variable and parentheses and brackets. Thank you for listening. We will see the next video.